and welcome. I'm Harriet Agbini. Tonight, President Buhari speaks with his special advisor on media and publicity, applauds him for standing up against mischief makers. Legislative rerun election holds in Eche local government area of Rivers State for the fourth time amidst violence in some polling units. Security officials assess situation in southern Kaduna communities attacked by suspected herdsmen, trade blame with residents over response times. And criticisms trail White House media restriction as U.S. President Donald Trump lashes out against what he calls carriers of fake news. On business news tonight, interbank lending expected to lower next week as market awaits the disbursements of federal allocations by government.
On sports news tonight, English Premier League leaders Chelsea move 11 points clear at the top of the table courtesy of a 3-1 win against Swansea.
We'll begin with another effort by the presidency to douse speculations about the health of the president. His special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, says President Muhammadu Buhari, who's on medical vacation in the United Kingdom, has finally spoken with him. Mr. Adesina, in a post on his Facebook page, confirmed that he received a call at exactly 2:43 p.m. today from the personal assistant to the president, Tunde Shabiu, who then handed the phone to the president. He added that President Buhari thanked him for holding forth on his behalf against what he described as mischief makers and promised to call him again. The presidential aide described the conversation as a defining moment for him, as he had always spoken with aides who were with the president in London. President Buhari earlier this week called the Kano state governor as he and other government officials were holding prayer sessions for him. There had been speculations over the actual state of the president's health, prompting some Nigerians to demand that he speak to the citizens directly. And the much-awaited rerun legislative elections in Eche local government area of Rivers State has finally taken place. As expected, in some quarters, security operatives had their hands full as they tried to ensure the exercise was conducted hitch-free. And while the polls have been described largely as peaceful in many units, in some others it was not a smooth sail as it was marred by violence. Our correspondent Emmanuel Erei reports.
Is the Rivers State House of Assembly and Eche Omuma Federal House of Representatives election in Eche local government area, holding for the fourth time since 2015. The exercise appears peaceful at Pt.1, but some of the voters are not on the same page on the conduct.
You can see that everybody is voting and there's no problem. We are on a queue as been advised. If you get your turn, walk straight and vote.
This is Olakwa 2 community in Eche local government area of Rivers State. We understand that some suspected political thugs had earlier stormed the area, chasing the people away and throwing dynamites, causing some form of panic, with many of them running helter-skelter, seeking for safety, a situation that attracted the attention of security operatives. As you can see, there is heavy presence of security operatives here, and they tell us that they are on top of the matter. But some eyewitnesses and residents have this to say.
Now, as I'm talking now, I've not even known where my wife is and my children, because of the gun that was shooting here. This is our yard. This is where they were shooting the decision. To me, I'm not happy. Till now, as I'm here, I've never casted my vote because of the way I see the environment. That was why I sit here. This is my father's yard. And I come back from Port Harcourt to here to make sure I cast my vote.
The suspected perpetrators are rounded up and arrested by security operatives. An INEC official was attacked by the suspected political thugs and taken to the hospital. Meanwhile, a political party agent is also arrested. He laments the situation.
I'm a political leader of PDP. The zonal INEC officer has said there the constitution gives PDP right to select a coalition agent from his party. This is a party affair. PDP has the right to say who will be the coalition officer. I was passing here, the army stopped me, they intimidated PDP, they don't want us to go this election. I did not go to anybody, you are intimidating me, sir. I am not a criminal, allow me, let me try to do my work. The election is going on, I'm ready to
At a Kukabi community, this voter narrates an incident.
Accreditation and voting, we are moving smoothly. All of a sudden, just about 20 minutes ago now, some boys came here and they made away with the ballot box, which we have tried to locate them where they went to.
INEC officials, led by the National Commissioner in charge of Rivers, Bayelsa and Edo states, arrived at the headquarters of INEC in Okei. The commissioner then gives a report of the exercise.
Violence has erupted in some polling units. Some of our staff have been kidnapped. Thankfully, they've been released. Some have been injured, and thankfully again, we're going to look after them. But yet again, Rivers State is boiling with violence, and we have decided where there has been peace, we will collate at that center. But where there has been no peace, we're going to bring everybody here to the INEC head office here in Eche.
From the look of things, INEC is bent on ensuring that this legislative election in Eche will be the final one. Emmanuel Irei, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission has cleared the air about the purported amputation of one of its staff's arm in today's supplementary rerun elections in the Eche Omuma Federal Constituency and Eche 2 State Constituency seats in Rivers State. In a statement issued by the resident electoral commissioner in the state, Tonia Unwobi, the commission states that pockets of violence were recorded, including snatching of election materials and physical attacks on INEC staff, but the only abducted staff of INEC has been released. The statement further adds that no staff of INEC lost his or her arm to political thugs, as erroneously reported by some media houses. Staying with election matters, the Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, sitting in Benin City, the state capital, has granted Mr. Godwin Obaseki leave to present subpoenaed witnesses. This is in his defense to the petition of the People's Democratic Party and its candidate, Osage Ize Iyamo, challenging his election as governor. Justice Ahmed Badamusi, at the resumed hearing of the defense against the petition, ruled against the argument of the PDP and its candidate that presenting subpoenaed witnesses amounts to amending the defense of the defendants midway into the case.
The third day of sit-in since Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State opened his defense at the Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, sitting in Benin City, the state capital. At the resumed hearing, the counsel to the People's Democratic Party, PDP, made an application to the effect that Mr. Obaseki should not be allowed to present subpoenaed witnesses, as that would amount to the respondent changing its defense to a petition midway into the case. The Council of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the All Progressives Congress, APC, and Mr. Obaseki, however, argued that there is no law that prevents the second respondent from applying for anybody to be subpoenaed. This argument went on for over an hour, after which the tribunal took a 30-minute break and returned with the ruling that the testimonies of the subpoenaed witnesses be taken. The testimonies of two witnesses who affirmed that accreditation and voting were done simultaneously were then taken.
Well, I was trying to prove that the accreditation, if you are not accredited as a voter, you cannot vote. And if you vote without accreditation, well, it means that that's not proper under our electoral jurisprudence. That's just the short of it all. The witness said in some places they ticked only once, in some places twice, in some places none at all. And that's what we are saying. Our quotation in this petition is provided in our petition before the tribunal.
The intention all along was for the witness to testify in opposition to the petitioner and in presentation of the case of the second respondent, and that's what the witness did. And you can see that there was really no serious attempt at discrediting him under cross-examination. So yes, to that extent, we are very pleased with the performance of our witnesses.
The tribunal thereafter adjourned sitting to Monday, the 27th of February 2017.
Life may no longer be the same for a family in the Wadata area of Makurdi, the Benue State capital, following the murder of a 3-year-old child in the household. 20-year-old Hadiza Mohammed, who was a stepmother to the child, has ended up in the police net for allegedly carrying out the dastardly act. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, Adat Ododo, told Channels Television that the suspect has been charged to court for the crime.
It's a quiet community in the Wadata area of Makurdi, the Benue State's capital. But the wailings going on in the heart of this bereaved mother is written all over her face. The 22-year-old Amina Mohammed's 3-year-old daughter, Khadijat, will no longer be able to play with her peers, not because she's unwell, but because life has been snuffed out of her, allegedly by her mother's co-wife.
Ita ta kashe ta, kuma ta faɗa ita ta kashe ta, ba ta zama da ita. Ta zo nan ta zo ta ɗauke ta, ta ce za ta kai ta kitso. To daga kai ta kitson ne ta je ta mata, ta je ta kashe ta.
Femi, are you the one who killed? She said yes, she's the one who killed her. How did you kill her? She took a block and hit her on her head. So then I felt very shocked.
While the community mourns and tries to grapple with the situation, at the Nigeria Police D Department in Makurdi, the suspect, 20-year-old Hadiza Mohammed, just before her arraignment in court, denies ever luring the late Khadijat from her grandmother's home before her death. She claims she loved the child.
She dey come my house, ma. She dey sleep for my house myself. Because in the night, I went outside and the girl she still went. So that they are thinking we are together.
For Deputy Commissioner of Police Adat Ododo, justice will prevail.
The law is certainly going to take its course. This is not one case that people will start lobbying. Big people will start causing for the case to be compounded. The woman is already in court. Let her go and face the courts. And for her to know that law is very powerful. And when people see the way police is treating this particular case, it will act as a deterrent to others.
In the meantime, the remains of the 3-year-old Khadijat have been interred, and members of the Hausa community in Wadata area of Makurdi are looking forward to justice being served on anyone involved in the death of young Khadijat.
A very sad story indeed. But in part 2, after the break, we'll take a further look at efforts to address the Lake Chad Basin Challenge with former Director of Pollution Center Control at the Federal Ministry of Environment, Professor Oladapo Afolabi. Stay with us.